Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Origins. As I said in the previous episode, please give some feedback on the new layout that was made for me by PD Winnow, as we're trying something new out and we want to know what you think. So anyway, today we're looking at Snivy, Servine and Serperior from the Unova region. Snivy, or its Japanese name Tsutaja, is the grass snake Pokemon and is number 495 in the National Dex. It stands at 0.6 meters or 2 feet tall and weighs 8.1 kilograms or 17.9 pounds. Along with Tepig and Oshawott, it is one of the 3 starter Pokemon available for players to choose at the beginning of Pokemon Black and White and Black 2 and White 2, being the grass type selection. Snivy is a reptilian grass type Pokemon. Most of its body is green in coloration, while it has a cream coloured underside. A yellow stripe runs down the length of its back and tail, and it also has yellow markings around its large eyes, extending from its eyelids. Yellow curved structures protrude from its shoulders and bend backwards. These structures resemble leaves or small wings, as well as a fleur-de-lis when viewed from the back, and give Snivy the appearance of wearing a collar. In spite of being snake-like in appearance, it has fully developed limbs. Its slender arms are the same green colour as the rest of its body and have 3 fingers, while its tiny feet match its underside in coloration and have no digits whatsoever. It has a large, palmate leaf with 3 prongs on the end of its tail. Snivy may be based on a variety of vine snake species, in particular Oxybellis fulgidus, Aheltula nasuta, or Aheltula prasina, snakes with green scales and a pointed nose that live in the Americas and Southeast Asia. Its colour scheme resembles Ophiodrus gestivus, or the rough green snake, the North American grass snake that is likely the namesake of Snivy's species designation. The Pokemon's combination of snake and lizard-like features is also similar to that of the skink, more specifically the Neoceps, who heavily resemble snakes but have small stubby legs. Its head and general body shape, as well as its protrusions on its shoulders, may be based on the Birds of Paradise flowers or false Birds of Paradise. Ken Sugimori has said that Snivy's personality was meant to be similar to that of European, in particular French, royalty, specifically mentioning the Rose of Versailles anime as inspiration. There are no gender differences between male and female Snivy, but the shiny Snivy has darker green skin than normal Snivy. We learn from Pokedex entries that Snivy photosynthesizes using its tail, which allows it to move more swiftly, and also that it is very intelligent and calm. The Japanese name Tsutaja may be a combination of Tsuta, which is a Japanese name for Japanese ivy, and Ja, which is a Japanese word for snake. Snivy is likely a combination of snake and ivy, but may also incorporate snide, sly, snark, which is a snide remark, or snicker, a sly or snide laugh. Looking at Snivy's size, we can see that it is a fairly tall Pokemon, at least for a base stage, being around a third of Mitoda height and just under half of Ash's. Next up we have Servine. Servine, or Janavi, is also a grass snake Pokemon and occurs after Snivy in the National Dex, being number 496. It stands slightly taller than Snivy at 0.8 meters or 2 feet 7 inches and weighs in at 16 kilograms or 35.3 pounds. Servine evolves from Snivy starting at level 17, which, along with Tepig and Oshawott and their respective evolutions, is the only starter Pokemon to evolve at an odd numbered level. Similar to its pre-evolution, Servine is primarily green with a cream coloured underside. It has a yellow collar-like structure that starts at the chest and proceeds behind the shoulders. 3 palmate leaves grow along its back and tail. Servine has 4 short limbs and a small crest protruding from the back of its head. It has narrow red eyes and a sneering face. Servine's colour scheme is similar to its species' possible namesake, Ophiodrus gestivus, the North American grass snake. While there are a variety of vine snake species Servine may be based off of, several of which I've already mentioned. These include Oxybellis fulgidus, Aheltula nasuta, or Aheltula prasina. Its head and general body shape, as well as the yellow crest on its body and shoulders, may be based on the Birds of Paradise flowers or false Birds of Paradise, similar to Snivy. Its evolutionary line was confirmed by Sensu Mori to have been based on French royalty, as I've said. Servine's physical appearance may have also been based on the acanthus leaf motifs, used specially during the 14th and 18th centuries. Much like its pre-evolution, there are no differences between male and female Servine, while a shiny Servine has, like Snivy, darker green skin, but this time having a more orange coloured collar. We can understand from Pokédex entries that, like Snivy, it photosynthesizes, but that it cannot do this when it is dirty, so Servine always keep themselves clean. We also learn that they can avoid attacks by sinking into the shadows of foliage. The name Genovi is a combination of Ja, the Japanese word for snake, and canopy or ivy. Servine is, similar to Genovi, a combination of serpent and vine. And comparing its size to mine, Ash's and Snivy's, we can see that it's not a great deal larger than its pre-evolution, and still not quite half my size, but is encroaching on Ash slightly. And finally for this episode we will now look at Serperior. Serperior's Japanese name is Gelorda, and it is now the regal Pokemon. It is number 497 in the National Dex, coming after Servine, and if we take its height to mean its length, it is 3.3 meters or 10 foot 10 inches long, and weighs 63 kilograms or 138.9 pounds. It evolves from Servine starting level 36 and is a final form of Snivy. Serperior is a primarily pale green snake-like Pokemon, and it has curled pale green patterns on the sides of its face and snout and small pointed yellow extensions on the back of its head. Its face and upper neck are white coloured and curled tendril-like darker green extensions spread out from the sides of its lower neck, forming a curling pattern lower down the body, resembling a fancy collar. It has narrow red eyes and small pointed teeth on its lower jaw. The upper section of its body is dark green and the lower pale green. Curled yellow patterns adorn its body, and a spring-like feature of several leaves tip its tail. It has lost its legs completely and now has only small stubby hands. Serperior is based on multiple species of non-venomous snakes and limbless lizards, such as the green vine snake, Ahatula nasuta, Ahatula prasina, the emerald tree boa, the royal python, or the snake-like Lialis bretonis. Its design was based on Strelitzias, most likely either the Strelitzia junctia and or the Strelitzia reginae. Its appearance may have also been inspired by the Quetzalcoatl, a green feathered serpent deity, and Serperior's appearance may be based on the acanthus leaf motifs used especially during the 18th century. It and its pre-evolutions were confirmed to have been inspired from European, specifically French, royalty. The fact that Serperior amplifies sunlight in its body, as stated in its Pokédex entry, may be an allusion to King Louis XIV, a famous French king who referred to himself as the Sun King. Serperior's white face also alludes to the skin whitening fashion, mostly used by the European aristocracy in the 17th century. Serperior's dark green design on its chest seems to form a fleur-de-lis, a French insignia that is used on many European noble families and nations as coats of arms. The fact that Serperior can seize opponents with its piercing stare makes a reference to the basilisk, king of serpents in European legends. The plant-like appendages may also bear a small resemblance to the cobra. Like its pre-evolutions, there are no gender differences present in Serperior, but its shiny form offers a large change, with the dark green sections changed to a deep blue, and the lighter green changed to a more lime green, with the yellow areas becoming a pale green colour. From Pokédex entries, we can see that like its pre-evolutions, it can take in solar energy, known as photosynthesis, but also that it will only fight to their full ability against strong opponents. The name Gelorda is derived from Ja, the Japanese word for snake, and Lord, referencing to how it is the regal Pokemon. Serperior, on the other hand, is a combination of serpent and superior, but may also be a combination of serpent and warrior or emperor. Finally, looking at its size, as I said earlier, taking its height to be its length, it is about 2 of me in length, which means that when it is curled up as seen in Game Sprites and the Dream World art, our heads rest about the same level, and it stands twice as tall as Servine and a fair bit taller than Ash. So guys, that's it for this episode of Pokemon Origins. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, leave your thoughts about the design. It was PD Winner who made it, so go and check out his channel, he deserves a lot of credit for that. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.